All right, back for a little revisit. Best defenses: 2002 Buccaneers, um, Super Bowl 37. They intercepted Rich Gannon 5 times.
Oh yeah, Raiders. They're playing the Raiders.
Oh yeah, Rich Gannon. I remember that year. Rich Gannon was hot. He was having, yeah, it was a good. He had a few good, a couple of good seasons at least, but
Yeah.
well, several of them really. But then a couple of them that were really good, like
Well,
one in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
you know who was coaching the Buccaneers? Chucky.
Really? Oh, that was
Yeah,
the year.
yeah,
That
Chucky.
was the year. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
okay.
Chucky was fired from the Raiders,
Right. Remember that?
hired by the Buccaneers, and then he beat the Raiders in the Super Bowl.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Chucky.
John Gruden, right? John Gruden.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this year, yeah. What happened to John? Anyway, that's so then another story. What happened to John Gruden? All right. So Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, and John Lynch led one of the most dominant pass defenses in modern history,
Hmm.
2002.
Yeah, yeah.
2008 Steelers, they allowed just 3.9 yards per play,
Whoa.
holding opponents to the fewest points and yards in the league. James Harrison was Defensive Player of the Year. Troy Polamalu's
Oh,
100-yard
yeah.
interception return in the Super Bowl helped secure the title. Wow.
He was
Nice.
a fantastic DB. Yeah, he was just he could do
2008
it all.
Steelers.
He could do it all because he could also tackle.
Yeah.
He was I mean, he was in on so many plays, even though he wasn't the center, uh, you know, prime tackler. A lot of times, he was always in on gang tackles as well. He was really a
Yeah, you
force,
see it.
high energy player.
No, that's beautiful. You see that a lot in college. Like I was watching a game yesterday with there's a college players like that where they just like they don't they're not so set on exactly what they're like
Yeah,
not so rigid about what they're supposed to be doing, and they're up like a good safety will kind of be like all over the
yeah,
place. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
2013 Seahawks Legion of Boom. They allowed 14.4 points per game only. Led the NFL with 28 interceptions. They demolished Peyton Manning's record-breaking offense, 43-8 in the Super Bowl. Um, what Super Bowl is that? I always forget what L is. Is it 50?
No,
That's looks like Super Bowl 68. That doesn't sound quite right. We're not.
no, definitely wasn't
So L
68.
must be what, 25? Is it 25? I don't know. I always forget what L is. But I remember that one. So that must have been when Peyton Manning was with the Colts, yeah, and they
Yeah,
lost. They lost that Super Bowl. So I'll have to look up that. It's XLVII. So something eight. It's got to be. Is L 30 or 25? Um, it could be Super Bowl 38, which sounds more
that
accurate.
sounds about right.
Um, all right. So what happened to John Gruden? And what I'm kind of curious about is like,
Well, Gruden was, I forget where he ended up coaching, but he got into trouble.
yeah,
Uh, and it happens, you're more susceptible if you're not doing well, if you're a losing coach, and you're more susceptible to all kinds of other issues.
well, and he's a
And I
hothead. He
think
was a hothead. So
he had some questionable comments that he was making and so forth, and so they got rid of him.
well,
And then
after
went into broadcasting.
after the age of, oh, that's right. He was a broadcaster for a couple of years. I remember that now. Okay. Well, in the age of Trump, I mean, he could have like what he was saying was like really mild, probably really mild stuff.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
nowadays it'd be like, oh yeah, Gruden, he's not doing anything. Um, and the Vikings were not mentioned. So back in the day, there was the fearsome foursome, the Purple People Eaters, right? The fearsome foursome,
Yeah.
early
They never won.
70s, 70,
Yeah.
71 or early 70s.
Never
But
won a Super Bowl.
right,
My
apparently,
favorite, yeah, my favorite coach of all time, Bud Grant, though. Bud Grant's my top. I know he
nice.
wasn't that successful, but he was sure a hell of a great coach and great person.
Nice. Well, I guess the Vikings, their secondary may not have been that great.
Well, they had Fran Tarkington, which was problematic. He was you never knew what was going to happen when he had the ball.
Yeah, he wasn't on the list of the mediocre quarterbacks. That he didn't win a Super Bowl though. So if he'd won one, we probably would have been on the list.
Yeah, I don't know. He was pretty spectacular with what he
Yeah.
wa- he was really a good evader. He evaded tack and he was a good runner. Yeah, pretty good
Generally,
passer.
yeah, generally great, but like okay. So we'll
Yeah.
have to revisit Fan Tarkenton then too to kind of get some details
Yeah,
on.
yeah, Fran Tarkington. Well, I
All
think
right.
he went to jail too. He was convicted of a serious felony and went to jail.
Oh wow. Okay. So OJ Simpson's not really that far off. Like, I
No,
mean,
no, there's a number of felons there in the
so playing football back in the day, playing football and felonies were not really that dissimilar.